games, and they started it off nicely there on that run.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. Don't think for a second these players don't know and understand that. They want to impress their peers across the league. They also want to win the ball game. That's the way to get things going.
First down, they go back to A-Chain. And fights through one man. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They'll try the left side with Gibson, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. The Cowboys sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But you look at this defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. Gibson again. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
Ritter on 1st and 10. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, a pick 6 on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to settle in and play their game and defend that advantage.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Ritter back to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Here we go. Set. Check right.
They'll try the left side with Taylor. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On second down, Ritter. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be third down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Caps are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Throwing now is Murray. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Brings up second and 1.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw is Murray. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he'll be corralled right upfield right around the 40-yard line. And the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Second down, Murray sets to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of the...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, Fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
2nd and 6.
Let's go now. Opposite. Green. Ready?
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. 7-7, our score after 1. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Ritter now. He's got his target. That's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On play action, here's Ritter. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Ultra. Go ultra.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Eluding the pressure right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Berrios now from his end zone. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now Murray off play action. Pressure comes, and down he goes. That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
3rd and 19. Murray now. And that is going to be pulled one-handed. Wow. Now an injury timeout. And that is Devontae Adams, who is in some discomfort following that play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Motion man is Berrios. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And what is going on here? Are they serious? 1st down, and they're in punt formation. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the 1st half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here we go.
2nd down and 8. Here's Ritter. That one complete. He finds Sharp. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Gibson running right. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play action. Now it's Murray. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Motion man is Schwartz. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the 1st half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Ritter. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 2. To the air again, it's Ritter. Steps away. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Ritter to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. First down, Murray. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A 1-point game through 2 quarters as we get rolling here in this second half. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. He got out of the pocket there. Was wondering what he was going to do with it. But I think he was calling. His receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late. And when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Hey!
Straight ahead, Gibson. And down to the 36-yard line here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Murray. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson from 8 yards out, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Ritter back to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Okay, so the personal foul penalty. And those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Ritter from the gun. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That one goes for 8 yards.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. One in for a touchdown. Desmond Ritter, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Caps have come back to make it a 2-point game. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
Striker, 3-3.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Black Ultra. Set.
Ritter will throw for it. Steps away to his left. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Berrios on the return. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Shift.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Murray. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on. Finish.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Murray now. He's got Gibson on the out route. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time 1st down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run in the game, wait until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now a conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Airing this one out for Evans. And oh my goodness, here's a fifth interception. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On second down, a run with Gibson. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, here's Gibson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over first and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Down.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here we go, set. White.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a second and 10. Ritter off the play fake. And now here's another interception. Down the right sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Jason Sanders for the extra point.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. yards. And the lead is now 24.
19.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Ritter with another throw on second down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Ritter throwing on third down. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, well, all eyes